Welcome back to Goliath. Today we're talking about our new partnership with NXP and what that means for you. I'm here with John, who's going to tell us about how NXP fits into the Goliath ecosystem.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. To start us off, I want to begin with what is partnerships in IoT and why it's so important for Goliath. We can say that there's a wide range of IoT products and solutions out there, and the one commonality is hardware. Every IoT product has some hardware component, so it's really important not just to enable different types of hardware to work with Goliath. So if you're building with Goliath can use them, but to make sure they're really well integrated and really enabled. And we're super excited to be partnering with NXP, one of these great hardware components. We actually met them through our experience and interaction in the Zephyr project, and we really just got along and aligned on a lot of areas. And so with this integration and partnership, developers who are using Goliath not only can use NXP parts, but we now have the ability to make sure that they get great support from the beginning through the work we're doing on the software side, on the tooling side, but also through our partnerships and the support that NXP provides to their customers. So super excited about the beginning of this partnership and where we're going to take it on in the future.
Yeah, and to that end, we're going to go cut over to Nick and Mike, who are going to talk a little bit more about the hardware and how we do testing internally so that it makes a better experience for our users and when they're building either with an NXP development board, which is the covered product we're talking about here, or custom hardware that they're putting out into the field.
Hey, Nick, I know both of us have had this board on our bench this year, and I don't know about you, but I've really enjoyed working with this one.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it too.
So I actually wrote a blog post and I said, this is my go-to. It's really easy to hook it up to Ethernet, and you don't have to wait for a connection. You don't have to have Wi-Fi credentials, stuff like that. And it's got a ton of stuff that I really like to use on it. Basically, when I'm prototyping, I can't run out of space with this. It has the RT1060 chip on it, which is running at 600 megahertz, which is just a beast. I mean, basically the beefiest microcontroller you're going to get before you move to like embedded Linux, but obviously you get a lot of those benefits that you want from the microcontroller world. So like you have the low latency options, you have power saving options. When you actually go to production, the BOM cost of just having the microcontroller chip on here is great. It has the Ethernet built in, so 10100 Ethernet for connectivity, and just basically a lot of horsepower for really low overhead has made it really wonderful to work with. And then of course, we know that the engineers over at NXP they are members of the Zephyr program. It is great Zephyr support, which we enjoy at Goliath, and you've done a ton of work with the board on that end as well.
Yeah, the fact that it's well supported in Zephyr has made it really nice for me and our users. So with Goliath, we have a Zephyr-based SDK, so it runs on top of Zephyr. And the fact that this board's so well supported in Zephyr made it a breeze to integrate with our SDK. So, in just, a day or two, we were up and running with this board, connecting to Goliath. And, it was internet connected, which was really astounding. Like, it's usually not that fast. Yeah, I think the board, as you said, it's got the Ethernet connection. It's like a very stable connection, and you don't have to fiddle with credentials and things like that. We use it for our kind of normal development. Just here internally, our engineers are using it for kind of day-to-day development. And so we have this concept of a continuously verified board, which this RT1060 EVK board is. So what is a continuously verified board? Well, it's just a board that is basically, we guarantee that it works well with Goliath. And so what that really means is we test it with every firmware release of our SDK. And we've also done some really interesting things with hardware in the loop testing. So I've actually got one of these boards sitting in a little cubby behind me. We've got it integrated with our continuous integration system. So we use GitHub Actions. So whenever we push a commit or open a PR, it's going to kick off an automated test on the RT1060 board, running Zephyr. It's going to run an automated test that makes sure it can connect to Goliath and use the Goliath services. And this is all running on Zephyr's network stack with DTLS, so it's like a secure connection, and CoAP protocol on top of that. So we can run that every firmware release and guarantee that, yes, this board is good. If you base your design on this board, we guarantee that it's going to work with Goliath. It basically gets the best support that we can provide for our boards. So it's kind of like that top tier of support, because we like this board so much and we think other people should use it. And yeah, that has worked out really well for us.
Yeah, and use case wise, I think about this line of chips. I always think like automotive grade. So like if you're throwing this into a factory somewhere and you're doing automating machines that weren't automated before, it's really nice because you can hardwire the Ethernet. It's easy to get Ethernet installers. They're everywhere. You can do power over Ethernet on it, that sort of thing. Great for home and building automation. So there is actually on the back of it the connector for a screen, so the chip is beefy enough to run a hefty display, and it's got the LVGL library built in to Zephyr. So if you were doing something, like touchscreen panels next to doors for access control, or feedback for workers on machine, both the home and building automation, industrial automation, I think are good for there. And also NXP is known throughout the industry for motor control or power conversion. I guess the use cases are endless for this one. Like I said, it's probably the most powerful microcontroller you've ever had on your bench, and to be able to get it, with this kind of IoT support is just pretty amazing. So I'm so happy to add it as an NXP as a partner and have it in our continuously verified boards program.
Yeah, we are super excited about this platform, especially for a lot of the use cases that we're seeing in industrial controllers and Ethernet. And this is just the beginning for our partnership with NXP. We're excited about more hardware platforms that they're coming out with, more forms of connectivity that they are leaders in. And we'll deepen how we enable NXP with the Golioth platform, getting closer with their tools and other features of their software stack. So stay tuned.
Yeah, for more, you can always check out our blog. That's blog.goliath.io. Check out our forums, forums.goliath.io, and our Discord. You can live chat with people like John and myself, Mike and Nick. That is goliath.io/Discord. For more, check out our YouTube channel and always subscribe. Thanks for watching today.